sorry, guys. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in my judgment. It will never happen again. I I I've had a bunch of technical difficulties while recording this episode. So it's kind of posted late, but not really. I posted on Wednesday like I meant to, but for some reason half of the video was cut off, or not really half of it, but then also kind of half of it. I don't really want to get into it, but I've had a bunch of technical difficulties. I'm re-uploading the video. I took the original one down, and I'm going to re-upload it with this part in the beginning, which is the video you're watching now. And I don't have any idea what happened that caused that to happen. I have absolutely no clue, but here it is, the video that was supposed to go out on Wednesday, that did go out on Wednesday, but also had to be taken down because it wasn't really finished, I guess. It cut off the last 4 minutes, then I tried rendering it again, and it cut off the last 11 minutes. So I'm hoping by adding this scene in, I'm changing it somehow, and I'm going to name it something different, and hopefully it just works like it should. I have absolutely no idea what happened, but I'm hoping that it'll be fixed. That's what I can hope for. So on to your regularly scheduled programming. Hey, what's up, my Epic Gamers? Today, I got a new texture pack in between episodes, and you'll notice that it took me 2 weeks to make this. Hopefully that doesn't happen again, but I just joined the track team recently. I'm not good at it at all, but it's taking up a lot of my time. So I don't have as much time to make these, which I didn't realize. I didn't really think about that until last week came, and I hadn't really even started it. I planned the episode. I know what I'm going to be doing, but I didn't start filming it or doing any of it yet. So that I don't know. Sorry about not having an episode last week, but also I don't think I have any fans yet, so it wasn't really that big of an issue, hopefully. Anyway, in between the two episodes, I got a new texture pack, which is similar to the original, but it's in a 64 by 64 pattern, and also it's 3D, so things like this obsidian happen, which is really, really cool. Cobblestone does that too, or like the cobblestone. I really like it. It's not faithful. It's called Improved Default or something, which is funny because I already had another texture pack called Relatively Improved Default, which I'm still using, which causes this to happen. I'm not a big fan of this. From a distance, it looks fine, but if you get up close and look at it, it's not great. But you know, that's fine. I'll just keep it like that because it doesn't really bother me unless I'm looking directly at it. In the last episode, I got 3 buried treasure maps. I'm gonna go find those real quick. While I was searching for the buried treasure, I found another shipwreck. If this has a 4th treasure map, let's see. Nah, that's nice that I got some of this stuff. That's always good. Let me not die real quick. Yeah, some feathers and another treasure map. Let's see if this is different. This looks different. I don't think I recognize this. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think those are 4 completely unique treasure maps. So I didn't even mean for that to happen. Looks like I'm going to have 4 more conduits. I might as well sell them. I don't really need more than just 2. That's cool though. Alright, well that's pretty cool. That was unexpected. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, I actually don't remember if I recorded the 3rd one, but I hope I did. Anyway, I got 4 diamonds from that, which is nice. I got 4 hearts of the seas. I got some pretty good stuff. A lot of sand, which is nice too. And I need to move the mic a little closer to my face. I'm very far away from home. I'm about 3,000 blocks in this direction. So I just kind of have to go home now. Alright, so I am currently at the exact location where my house should be, but it's not. So I did not get the coordinates right and need to go somewhere else. Well, that's a good sign. I'd say that's a pretty good sign as well. So what I want to do in this episode is start planning where I'm going to be putting my future base. I think I want it over there, but I have a bunch of trees over there and there isn't really much flat space over there, so I might put it somewhere over here, but there's a mountain there. So I don't think over here would be very flat either. I'm not entirely sure where I want to put it, but I do want to show you what I have done on my base so far. This is what I have set up in a creative world. I don't know if this is perfect, but my plan, I don't know if I've said this yet. I feel like I have, but I might not have. My plan for my base is that I'm going to have a modern house out up here, like out in the open, but then somewhere in this house I'm going to have a hidden door or something, like a piston door or something, that leads to an underground base, and that underground base is going to be my actual base. This is just going to be like a house that like you're able to see, that kind of like marks where my base is, but everything's going to be underground and like a sort of maybe like bunker sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do underground yet. I definitely want to do something like this above ground though, because I think it looks nice. And then that's it. Now, a base like this would obviously be hard to build. I'd need a ton of concrete for it, and I'd also need some stained clay. And I'm going way too quickly. I mean, this wood is not going to be an issue to get. I sell it because I have so much of it, so that's going to be easy. A bit of quartz here, which shouldn't be too bad, hopefully. I think, is that quartz? No, it's concrete. Alright, but it's still, yeah, not bad. Concrete isn't really hard to get, it's just time consuming to get, because you need a bunch of stuff that you can't really farm. I mean, you can farm bone meal, but that's about it. But, first, I just want to show you a couple of the other significant bases on the server right now. For no other reason than I feel like it. Now, the first base I wanted to show you is, what is that? Oh, I think he said something about digging a big hole. It's Jesus' base. I wish I could use an elytra, but I don't trust them on the server right now because of a certain incident. His base is way taller than I remember it being. Wow. I mean, that's pretty cool. I don't know if he's planning on doing anything else other than just making this really tall. I think that's gonna continue up. Like, I think that's an that's an elevator. I don't know if he's planning on doing anything else. I mean, it looks pretty cool though. So, you know, I hope he continues it. But this is actually not the coolest base on the server as of right now. It is definitely the second coolest. But as of right now, there is a base which, in my opinion, is way cooler than this because it's being worked on by two different people. I'm going to go to someone else's base real quick, though. There, I'm going to do theirs last. There's three bases I want to show you. This is the first. The second one I want to show you is Soar's base. Now, this base looks a little different than it might have the last time I was here, because last time I was here, it was made out of diorite, and also didn't have pressure plates. That's nice. Oh, that's interesting. You didn't say anything about that. That's a bit excessive too. This place used to be made out of diorite, and everyone said it looked bad, but we didn't realize that he eventually planned on changing it. I mean, I don't know if he planned on changing it to concrete. I think he wanted to make it quartz, but we eventually said you should make it concrete because that would look better and also be easier to get. So he's building out of concrete. I think he's replaced all of the diorite with concrete, actually. But it looks really cool now. I really like it without any of the diorite. I think diorite was pretty dumb. But it looks very cool. It looks a lot better than it did, definitely. I do want to know what that's about. I'll have to ask him. And yeah, he did ask if he thought it would look good if I messed it up. He asked if it would look good if there was glass here rather than it continuing to be concrete. I said, yeah, you should put the glass there. I think it looks cool like that. Oh, he's a shoulder. Yeah, he does have shoulder. That's a lot of packed ice. Yeah, I think he got that from mining all of this. I don't know what this is for. It looks like it's just to get a bunch of ice. Obviously, it isn't though. I'll have to see what's up there though, real quick. Nothing's up here at all. So I don't know what he's planning on doing here, but it looks like he's following the same pattern, but with glass on the bottom too, which makes sense. I really hope he knows the kelp trick and didn't place in all of these source blocks by hand though, because I want to show you something real quick. Oh, that's not good. Alright. It fell so far that the server couldn't handle it. That's not really impressive as much as it is sad. But, yeah, I really hope he didn't place all of those source blocks by hand. Even with kelp, that would take a while. I can't imagine source blocks, and he's missing a section in his farm. Also, he's not placing them in rows. He's placing them in groups. Doesn't he know that's inefficient? Silly sore. So the third base, and what I think is the most impressive base of all, should be coming up soon, unless I'm going in the wrong direction, which I very well could be. I think I am. What is that? Oh, that's a shipwreck. I'm assuming they've already looted that because the chest is exposed. Where is this? I didn't go in the right direction, apparently. Now, I was putting thorns on some of my armor, and I don't have any memory of calling my boots this. And I know I wouldn't do that because this is not funny at all. I don't find misspelling things terribly funny anymore. That feels like something that 12-year-old me would have found funny. I don't know if I was just really tired one night, but that's literally worse than my old name, and I don't even remember what my old name was, but I remember it was pretty bad. Why did I do that? I'm just gonna call them flippers or something stupid like that. I'll call it something better. But I refuse to wear anything that has a name like that. That was pretty terrible right there. I don't like that name at all. So obviously we've got some competition with having a cool base. I haven't really even started mine yet. I have the starter house right there, but I could put it here because it's decently flat, but obviously I'm gonna have to probably move this forest to maybe like over there or something, because that's where I'm planting all my trees anyway. Most of these trees were planted by me. There were barely any trees anywhere over here. Almost all of them were me. But yeah, I could plant it over there. Earlier in the episode, I remember I said something about maybe putting it over here, I think. But I don't think that's a very good idea because it's not flat over here at all. It's kind of flat in this area. Maybe if I cleared out a bunch of those trees, but I don't know. I think over here is a better idea for where to put it. I think it'd look better over here in this area. I don't know. I'm not going to start building it today, and if I have any audience members who who prefer one of the two areas, I guess you can suggest it, either over here in the plains or over there in the taiga. Although I don't think anyone actually watches these yet. I say yet. I mean, I hope I get a couple viewers before the end of the season, then like I could start season 2 when I do that, like with a couple people. I don't know. I mean, if I keep making videos this terrible, then no one's gonna watch them. But I mean, yeah, if you are plains or taiga over there, not right there, that's not good. Maybe I could just get rid of that entire mountain and put it there. I don't have a beacon yet, but Soar does have a beacon. I didn't see it anywhere in his base, but he actually does have a beacon now. which is very cool. He doesn't have any blocks around it, but he does have the beacon itself, which is pretty nice. He's the first person to kill Wither on the server. So this base is going to require a lot of concrete and some clay. I think what I might do now is go to a plateau or whatever it's called, mesa, and get some clay because I don't have any. It's not going to require too much because I just need this. I'm going to need a lot of concrete though, so I might as well start making that. I'd say I can make a couple stacks now and then just go from there. But yeah, that's what I'm going to have to do. Also, I just watched some of the footage, and something I forgot to mention, my mic right now is not great, and anytime I make a p sound, it's really exaggerated on the mic, and I'm very sorry about that. There's not really anything I can do about it, but I would like to acknowledge that I know that it's happening, and I don't like it either. I know it's someone's brought it up. I've noticed it too. It's not great. I don't know why I'm flying around the thing. I guess, you get to see it a little bit. I didn't really think about that. I was just kind of doing it though. This doesn't look great. I'm going to have to fix this a little bit, make this better. I might do that now actually. Yeah, I think that's better. Or well, I mean, it's a lot better. I don't know if that looks good, but it's definitely better than this whole entire wall being blank. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I could probably put some windows in back here. Maybe like, ooh, that doesn't that doesn't look very YouTuber friendly. Yeah, that's better. I'm not gonna be plastering that on my wall. That's not something I want. Okay, but yeah, that should be it. I mean, I don't really think I need much else. I could put some windows there, but I don't even know what I want to be on the inside of this room. Right now, there's literally nothing. Oops. Yeah, that's, it's gonna require a bunch of resources that I'm gonna get, and I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to do. I texted Cheese asking where the mesa was, and he hasn't responded yet. I didn't text him that long ago, so I mean, I didn't expect him to respond immediately. It's not really bad on his part. I just don't know where it is, so I can't do that yet. I think I'm gonna start by making the concrete and then just turning it into concrete. I'll do that first, and then hopefully he's texted me by then. I mean, that's what I can hope for. I mean, everyone knows by this point that this is a super unepic process. They go everywhere, and then I end up doing that. Hold on. I mean, this is my first time doing it, so I'm gonna screw up a couple times. Well, I only converted a stack so far, but I lost a concrete powder, and I lost the concrete. I have absolutely no idea where it is. I'm assuming it just vanished due to server lag or something. Unless it just flew out really far, I don't see it anywhere. I don't think. I mean, it's just one concrete, so it doesn't really matter too much. But that's kind of annoying. Whatever. Let's get back into it. I found it. It just showed up. It showed up in my hand. It just showed up in my hand. It's right here. That's I'm so confused. What is this? I have absolutely no idea what this is. I'll have to ask. So I'm just gonna record this now because I'm gonna use this as an excuse to get you in the thumbnail.
Oh yeah, by the way, episode 5 was the worst episode of
Yeah, I know.
KermitCraft.
I made a fatal mistake and I forgot to put you in the thumbnail.
I mean, yeah, that hurt. Like,
I
Ouch.
I referenced you with all the gunpowder because that was a reference to you having a
No,
farm that produced
I,
gunpowder,
I,
but I
I
didn't
don't care
put you
because that
yourself
hurt
in the thumbnail.
me in.
I'm very sorry, but you're gonna be in this thumbnail, and we're gonna not count episode 5 because it was a pretty garbage episode anyway.
I
Uh,
mean, yeah, I think that really you just don't force out a video.
yeah,
Uh, just don't do it.
yeah, that's yeah. Okay, so he instead of telling me where the mesa is, he wants to keep all the glory to himself. So he's just gonna give me some stuff, and I'm
That's a
gonna.
lie. You just don't want to use elytra. Well, actually, you just don't have mending.
Yeah, I don't have mending on my elytra.
Hecking noob.
Yeah, so he's gonna give me a couple
Eh.
things
It's already
terracotta.
died, but
Oh
since
yeah,
it's
thanks. I was gonna make it cyan
yeah.
anyway. So
Oh, so now you're
yeah,
double sale.
yep. Thank you for that. That was a lot. That's very nice. One thing I wanted to ask: what is this quarry for?
This is going to be the entrance into my strip mine.
Oh yeah, I think yeah, you said that.
Also, my
You just cut out behind your sugarcane farm. There's a weird pattern. Does this have any significance whatsoever?
oh, are you talking about my place of Satan worship?
I think that gives me all the context I need. I'm gonna go now. Bye. So I'm done now. I uh uh I hope this is better than the last episode. Hopefully it was. Um, I feel like it's gonna be shorter too. But yeah, just remember to tell me whether you want it back there or over there. For where I should put the base. And if no one says anything, well, I'm sure I can make up my mind. And if someone says something and I disagree, then I'll probably put it where I think I should put it. I'm not saying your opinions don't matter. I'm just saying that not all of you, or if I do get any answers, it would only be like one. You might not be correct. I don't know. I don't want to insult my very tiny fan base to lose my singular fan that I might have, but I don't know if I realize that one of those two places is a ton better than the other place, then I'm going to build it in that place, regardless of what you think. This is not looking very good for me. I I better just bye.